Hello, my name is Yana and I teach Bulgarian. I'd never thought that I'll be teaching Bulgarian poetry in one of my classes, but I did. Lovely Brona from Ireland, one of my Irish students, and I did a lovely lesson on Bulgarian poetry today. Actually, poetry-focused lesson, and it worked fantastic. Actually, it all started like that. Brona had liked one of my Facebook videos, and I had done this video because of a famous Bulgarian song, and this song is called Bulevardът, the Boulevard. Okay, it is about a boulevard where exactly where the University of Sofia is situated. Hence, this is very emotional for me, and it's about chestnut trees. Chestnut trees are very common in Sofia, and this song says, "И цъфтят суматохата кестени, прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. И цъфтят суматохата кестени, прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят." Sorry about that. Okay, the song was written by Michail Belchev, the famous Bulgarian poet and songwriter, back in communist times, and it became very famous, and still very famous because it's a lovely song. Well, it has this kind of a tinge, kind of ideological hint here and there. For example, one of its lines says, "I'll never exchange this boulevard for Champs-Élysées." Okay, as you know, at that time we were not supposed to travel to the Western world. Anyway, so it's a lovely song. Michail Belchev is a fantastic poet, and the text is fabulous. You can check out the song. It's called Boulevard. Anyway, so Brona and I had a fantastic lesson, and I wanted to teach you some vocabulary that's related to this song and to poetry. The first word is color, цвят. И цъфтят суматохата кестени. And chestnut trees bloom in the commotion of the city. Прецъфтяват.
Hello guys, Brona from Ireland and I having a fantastic Bulgarian class. And now guess what? We are talking about poetry. Poetry. The Bulgarian word is poezia, poezia. And now, bro, you have to shout so people can hear that. Okay, bro, четеш ли поезия? Do you read poetry? Четеш ли поезия?
Да, чета поезия.
Каква поезия четеш? Каква поезия? What kind of poetry do you read?
Поезия на Ирландия.
Okay, ирландска.
Ирландска, поезия ирландска. Поезия италианска.
Италианска, окей.
И поезия мексиканска.
Мексиканска. Мексиканска. Окей. Добре. А кой известен ирландски поет? Can you give us the name of a famous Irish poet that you love? Кой поет обичаш?
Обичам Brandon Behan.
Brandon Behan.
WBE.
Okay.
My name is Yana, and I've been teaching the Bulgarian language for a long time, but I never thought I'd be teaching Bulgarian poetry in one of my Bulgarian classes, but I did, thanks to my lovely student Brona from Ireland. Okay, so this is our worksheet, and we did, actually, this is the name of a famous Bulgarian poet and singer. Here's your word for poet, the Bulgarian word for poet, poet. And this is the Bulgarian word for singer, pevec. And then we did a line, actually 2 lines, of one of his most famous songs. And the song is called Bulevardът. Булевардът. Okay, if you want to check it out. And the Bulgarian word for song is pesen. Now, these are the 2 lines because of which actually we did the whole thing. I had filmed a video about the chestnuts of Sofia. And Bro said she had seen it on Facebook and she loved it. And I had filmed this video because of this song, actually. All right. So it says, "И цъфтят суматохата кестени, и цъфтят суматохата кестени, прецъфтяват." They wither and they bloom again. Okay, so the word color is actually a key word here. Цвят. Цвят, meaning color, and then from this word you derive the word цветен. This is the adjective цветен, okay? This means colorful. Цвят, цветен. If you want the feminine for the adjective цветен, you say цветна, masculine цветен, feminine. Цветна градина, for example. A цветно is for neuter, but that's another story. This is too much grammar for today's class. Okay, so another word that derives from this is the word, okay, obviously, цветя, sorry, I forgot the word цвете, цвете meaning flower, and then цветя is plural. Okay, цвят, color, цветен, adjective, colorful, цвете, flower, and цветя, plural. From here, you derive цъфтя, which means to bloom, to blossom, цъфтя, and then, of course, прецъфтявам, to wither, to fade. What you can see behind me, is a lovely withered rose, and it's from yesterday actually. I filmed a video on the Bulgarian rose. This is a real Bulgarian rose. This is the Bulgarian rose, the kind that gives actually the famous Bulgarian rose oil that goes into French perfumes. I got this rose yesterday from somebody's garden while I was filming a video there on the Bulgarian rose, and it's a beautiful background for today's video, I suppose. So it's withered because Bulgarian roses, they are not robust. They don't last very long. They are not designed for to be sitting in a vase, actually for a vase. They're designed to provide rose oil. Anyway, back to poetry. So you have цвят, color, you have цветен, colorful, you have цвете, flower, you have цветя, plural, okay, flowers, then you have цъфтя, to bloom, to blossom, and then прецъфтявам, of course. Okay, and here is some poetry related. I'm going to...
Има много нова поетеса.
Много нови поетеси. Can you shout a little louder?
Нови поетеси.
Нови поетеси.
Нови поетеси. Пишат на ирландски.
Пишат на ирландски. Okay, they write in the local languages. They're new poetesses, female poets. Пишат на ирландски. They write in Irish. Fantastic. Bravo. Сега. Ние с Brona and I have been talking about Bulgarian poetry. And there is this very, very famous and very, very good Bulgarian singer and poet. His name is Michail Belchev. Michail Belchev. I'll show you guys. Can you see it, Brona? Oh, sorry. No, wrong. Okay. No, it's okay. Wrong. Okay, can you see it now? Michail Belchev, and he wrote a beautiful, beautiful song. Една прекрасна песен, Булевардът, and Bro and I are going to read a line from this song. Okay. И цъфтят. Прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. Again. И цъфтят суматохата, кестени, прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. Now, the word цъфтя maybe is not very, well, high-frequency word in your everyday life, but it relates to a very high-frequency word. And this is the word цвете. Here is the word цвете, meaning flower, plural цветя, цвете, цветя. And it relates also to another very, very, very common word. The word is цвят, meaning color, okay? And then you have the adjective цветен, if you want the feminine, цветна градина, okay? Цветен, цветна градина, okay? For example, цветно палто, well, a colored coat, maybe if you want that, okay? Then you have our verb цъфтя, цъфтя meaning to bloom, use the verb цъфтя, because chestnuts bloom. I did this video while the chestnuts were blooming in Sofia about a couple of weeks ago. Цъфтя, to bloom. Прецъфтявам, to wither. And then, if you're living in Bulgaria, for example, and you have Bulgarian friends or colleagues, you most certainly would have heard the name of Цветелина, a very common modern name, Цветелима, a name of a girl, but it's based on the... I'm going to read this,
say this line again. И цъфтят в суматохата кестени, прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. And chestnut trees bloom amidst the city commotion. They wither, they bloom, they wither and they bloom again. Okay, that's part of it. These are two lines of this song. Now, I would like to teach you a few words that are poetry-related words. Of course, the first word is poesia, poetry, poesia. Then you have poet, okay? Then you have female poet, poetessa. What else? Yes, stich. Stich is a verse. Stich, by the way, is a Greek word as far as I know. Stich In Bulgarian we say stih, and then you have poem, which is stihotvorение. It's a long word. The Bulgarian language is more synthetic than in the English language, so you have long words. Stih and tvorение. Stih, a verse, tvorение, creation. Stihotvorение, a poem. Now, we use the word poem as well, poema, but it's a long poem. Okay. Now, here are a few questions for you. The first question would be, these are the questions we did, Brona and I, today. Обичаш ли поезия? Обичаш ли поезия? Do you like poetry? Обичаш ли поезия? Do you like poetry or do you love poetry? And the question, четеш ли поезия? Четеш ли поезия? Do you read poetry? Okay, as it turns out, Bro reads poetry. Brona чете поезия. She reads Irish poetry, ирландска поезия. And I provided a few lines, actually, of Bulgarska poezia, Bulgarian poetry. Well, this is not exclusively for poetry lovers, so I hope this was interesting for you. Thank you.
Техники прецъфтяват и пак
цъфтят. Цъфтят. Let's try again together. И цъфтят в суматохата. Браво. Кестени. Прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. Окей. И цъфтят в суматохата. Кестени. Прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. What this means is that chestnut trees, okay, are blooming in the commotion, among the city commotion. They wither and they bloom again. This is a beautiful song, and the reason we're filming this video is because Bro actually reacted to one of my posts about the chestnut trees of Sofia. Chestnut trees seem to be the trees of Sofia, the emblem tree of Sofia actually, and there is this beautiful song, and I did a video there about chestnut trees. Thank you, Bro. Again, let's read it again. И цъфтят в суматохата кестени. Bravo. Bravo, Bro. Okay, this is your nickname. Bravo, Bro. Thank you very much. Brona from Ireland. И аз благодаря. И ние благодарим. The more traditional name Цветан. Okay, masculine name Цветан. Okay, and Цветанка. Цветанка for women, for girls, Цветанка or Цветана. Цветелиnas, modern Цветелиnas, their name is usually shortened to Цвети. Right. And here is some vocabulary for you. This is exactly what we did with Bro in class today. Poezia, poetry. Poet, a poet. Poetessa, a female poet. Stih, a verse. Стихотворение, a poem. Poema, a long poem. Okay? And then we did a few questions like обичаш ли поезия? Do you like poetry? Or do you love poetry? Четеш ли поезия? Do you read poetry? Обичаш ли поезия? Четеш ли поезия? And then we talked about Irish poetry, ирландска поезия, and Bulgarian poetry, българска поезия. And here you go, българска поезия. And again, и цъфтят в суматохата кестени, прецъфтяват и пак цъфтят. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much.